This is Pastor Wulah of the Liberian Christian Fellowship Church. You're watching my Faith TV network this hour. God bless you. Today we'll be looking at the book of James, the second chapter from verse 1 to 10. Again, the book is James chapter 2 from verse 1 to 10. Our topic we'll be talking about today will be the outcast or favoritism. Our key verse will be taken from the second chapter of James, verse 9. It reads thus: if you show favoritism, you commit sin. This is the word of the Lord. Showing favoritism, the Bible tells us, is a sin. You know, I want to tell you something about a young man that I learned about. They say he was grungy looking, he was not too clean, his clothes were filthy, and stench were all about him. And here he was, he worked in a church. And when he got in that church, people began to look at him, they turned their nose up on him, they didn't show no concern. But after a while, he got up, he took off his wig, took off that stinky clothes, and walked to the pulpit. And as he walked to that pulpit, he took the mic and began to preach. That's when they realized he was the pastor. You see, in the house of God, there should be no favoritism. Because had he come in there with a decent suit, everybody would have looked up to him and paid attention. You know what they were doing? They have committed sin. Because why? They show favoritism. I could tell you right now, and I believe that some of them begin to gossip. Some of them show no care. They didn't even pay attention when he was arriving. They ignored this man. Some of them made fun of him. The worshippers were stunned when they saw that this man was their pastor. I don't know about you today, but one thing that I do know, I tend to be friendly with everybody. Whether I know you, whether I don't know you, I'll still greet you and give you that friendly handshake. In the book of James, issue a serious warning for people like us. James said, if you show favoritism, you sin. You know, there are jobs today. You know the person is best qualified, but because how they look and because of their attitude, you decide to pick somebody else. You have shown favoritism, and the Bible tells us that is sin. Even housing industry, people want a house, but because you feel they don't look so good, they don't look right in your eye, but somebody who is well dressed, you call them, you give them housing, you show favoritism, you become judgmental, and this is what God don't want us to do. You know, it reminds me when Christ came. You see, he didn't cast us out. He sacrificed his life that all of us should come. He died for us. He didn't look at us and say, well, because they won't have money, so I'm going to die for him. He died for every one of us. So therefore, if we are born again believer in Christ, we should not show favoritism. Promotion. Somebody been with a company more than years, and here they are, promotion times come. You favor somebody else over them, all because you don't like them. That is sin. And in the family of God, there should be no place for favoritism. Even in the church, we have to reach out to everybody and anyone. That's why God wants us to live this Christian life. Favoritism based on parents or economic status has no place in God's family. He or she dresses well, and so you offer them the best seat. Oh, he or she, father, has money. They have foreign cars. They have big houses. None of these should matter. As a Christian, we should love, we should share, and not show favoritism to anybody. See, if nothing else, love should abound among us and to our neighbors. We should love our neighbor just as ourselves. You know, sometimes we look at neighbor, we think it's somebody that's supposed to be right next door to us. Neighbor could be anybody. Anybody. They don't have to be in your subdivision. They don't have to be in your apartment complex. Anywhere you meet them, on the bus stop, in the bus, they are your neighbors. And you are not to show favoritism. If we show favoritism, chapter 2 of James, in the book of James, chapter 2, verse 4, it tells us, if we show favoritism, we become judges with evil thoughts. These are the word of God, and we need to take heed to them. Let us not show favoritism. We can guard against favoritism treatment by loving our neighbor as ourselves. Neighbor, not the one just next door to you. Anyone can be your neighbor. Instead of showing favoritism, we can reach out to the homeless man, the hungry woman, the broken heart teenager. We need to fulfill the royal laws according to verse 8 in James. We have to counsel these people. We need to help them. We need to love them. You know, it bothered me some time ago when I found out they were passing an ordinance to drive the homeless out of the city of Atlanta. They said they don't want them there. It boiled down in my heart that you showing favoritism. Not because they are not wealthy, not because they are not up to par with you, they are not to your level, so you're going to drive them out of the city. You want to reach out to these people and lift them up. I always tell people, when I look down on any man, that's when I'm reaching my hand down to lift him up. As a Christian, that's what we ought to be doing. Let us fulfill the working royal laws according to the book of James, chapter 8, verse 8, and in chapter 2. In closing this hour, in a word that keeps the outcast at arm's length, let us show the love of Christ and embrace the one who needs our care the most. True Christian love help those who can help themselves. You know, sometimes we want to help people that we know that can help us back. But as Christians, we should help those who are not able to pay us back. That's when we're showing the love of Christ in us. We ought to be better Christians and love one another, because true love abounds. Let us not outcast our fellow men, because we are all the same in the eyes of God. There is no little you or big you in God. Let us live the Christian life. Let us show love for those who are outcasts. Let us pray for them and pray for one another. By then, you're showing Christian love. You're watching My Faith TV network. God bless you. I'll see you again. This is Pastor Wulah.